Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
After opening Word, a list of recent, pinned, and shared with me files appears in the startup screen. You can click each title to view the files in that list. A pinned file is one that you have pinned into the pinned list for easy access, regardless of how long it has been since it was opened. To pin a recently opened file, hover over its name in the recent list. Then click the pin icon that appears to the right. Alternatively, you may right-click the file. Then click the Pin to List command in the pop-up menu that appears. To unpin a pinned file, hover over its name in the Pinned section. Then click the pin icon at its right end again. Alternatively, right-click a pinned file. Then click the Unpin from List command in the pop-up menu that appears. To open a pinned or recent document, simply click its name within the list. If the file to open doesn't appear in the pinned or recent list, then you must know where it is saved. You can click the More Documents or Open Other Documents command in the panel to reveal the Open category in the Backstage view. Alternatively, if you are already working in Word and you want to open another document, you can also display the Open category in the Backstage view by clicking the File tab within the ribbon, and then clicking the Open command at the left side of the Backstage view. The locations within which to look for the file appear to the right of the command panel in the Backstage view. It shows the recent files by default. In the Recent category, clicking either the Documents or Folders link in the right panel switches between showing recent documents or recent folders. You can pin or unpin either using the previous instructions. Clicking any document in the rightmost pane opens it. Clicking a folder here shows the folder location or launches the open dialog box instead. Below the Recent category, you can click the Shared with Me location to show documents people have shared with you to the right. You can then click one of the shared files to open it. Otherwise, click one of the OneDrive, SharePoint, or This PC Save locations in this list to show its folders and files in the list to the right. If you select a SharePoint location, you may need to select a site from the list to the right to see its folders first. To add a OneDrive or OneDrive for Business location, which also includes SharePoint if available for your account and Office 365 subscription, click the Add a Place link in this list. Then click either the OneDrive or OneDrive for Business buttons to the right. Then enter your login credentials to add the selected resources for the login credentials to your list of saved online locations. You can click the folders in the list of files and folders at the far right side of the screen to then display their contents in the same area if needed. To return up one level from within a folder, you can click the Select to Navigate Up One Level button, which looks like an upward pointing arrow to the left of the current folder's name at the top of the rightmost panel. You can click any Word file in the list of files and folders to open it. To use an Open dialog box to find the file to open instead, then either click the Browse button in the list of locations, or click the currently selected folder at the top of the rightmost list of files and folders to launch an Open dialog box. In the Open dialog box that appears, navigate to the folder location to view if needed by using the folder navigation tools at the top or left sides of the dialog box. You should see an icon for the file and the file's name appear in the Files and Folders in the Open dialog box. To open a file from the selected folder, click the Files icon and then click the Open button in the lower right corner of the Open dialog box. Alternatively, simply double-click the Files icon within the Open dialog box to open it. You can also use this dialog box to simultaneously open multiple documents in the same folder. To do this, if the files are non-adjacent, meaning not next to each other in the selected folder, hold down the Control key on your keyboard. Then click each file to open to select them. If the files are adjacent, meaning they are next to each other, Then instead click the first file, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard instead of the Control key, and then click the last file to select. Everything including and between the two files is then selected. After selecting your files, release any keyboard keys you are holding down, and then click the Open button in the lower right corner of the Open dialog box. Doing this will open all the highlighted or selected documents in Word.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.